This week, we are talking about what happens if everyone, and you included, is raining on your parade. All this negativity that you have to deal with day in, day out, especially from yourself, but also from other people around you. How it will affect you and what you can do to make it better. As we all know, change really doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? People will have their opinions, their input, their well meaning advices. Even yourself have a lot of well meaning, a critic, a person, a voice inside your head that just chimes in when you never know it, and you know? How do you deal with that? Because this week for me, it wasn't about, building up habits, finding what intrinsically motivates me, where I just go and do stuff without even needing motivation. Because motivation and discipline is another topic that we're going to have to talk about. But this negativity of oh, you're not trying hard enough, or you're not good enough, or this looks bad on you, or who are you to even try? Huh? Is always there. And how do you deal with it? And I would suggest, for one, really thinking about why you're doing it. I want not to be perfect. That is not a goal that I can healthily have, and maybe you neither. So, for one, recognize it. Recognize the negative. Listen to, oh, that was negative. Instead of taking it in, just recognizing it. Not every comment has the right to live in your noggin rent free, huh? So take it in, don't absorb it. Then be very compassionate with yourself. Even if it's a comment from your mom or from your husband or from a friend, be compassionate with yourself. Be like being gentle, being good to yourself. It's okay. And it's not about, proving anyone wrong or right, or you guys in the internet wrong or right. It's not about that. And really, what do you want? Do you want to feel good with yourself, or do you want to make it up to someone's expectations of you? What do you actually want? And then when, did all the self reflection, you heard the comments, you didn't absorb it, you thought about what is actually important to you, I would then take all that energy, that negative energy, and redirect it. Go for a walk, make yourself some tea, have some chocolate cookies, or make some, even better. Try a new recipe, redirect it into something that builds you up instead of it putting you down. Or have a shower. I like to process negativity in the shower. You know, when you have this long made up conversation and then you suddenly had this whole argument and then you come out of the shower and it's done. That's what I like, because I'm clean after, so it built me up. But also it didn't cause me or anyone else any harm, huh? So yeah, this is how I would suggest you dealing with negativity. Listen to it, don't absorb it, be very gentle with yourself, and then redirect it to something that actually is good for you. Negativity is really inevitable, but I really choose what I build my life around. And it certainly will not be other people's negative opinions of me or my own negative opinions of me. I'm turning on the ugly light in the bathroom for you. Let me show you the difference. Ugly light, non-ugly light. You see the difference? Okay. So Why am I doing that, you ask me? Because I want to give you a skincare update. As you can see, I just did a run on the treadmill, and I'm a little damp, not sweaty, but not at all greasy. So I've been not using the glow drops. Hold on. In those. I've been not using these, and I'm considerably less greasy. Now, I'm thinking maybe I should rotate the toner, the Doctor toner and the serum. I rotate the retinol and the BHA in the evening. But yeah, like we still have, you see, we still have that shit going on. And here, this is also not quite what we are looking for. Also, new pimple. Now well, in the beginning, like 3 weeks ago, I told you how I had like a grainy texture on my skin. So it is better on this side, not so much on that side. Although better, yes, it's better. Anyway, that's the skincare update. And I hate this light. It's awful. It's so much better. Today's date night recipe is rolled roasted pork with potatoes. Again, very little ingredients, and the instructions are also really sparse. We already are in the midst of doing the thing. I'm not at home. I'm again on a business trip in Berlin, and this time I'm staying overnight, so I'm staying in this hotel. It's fine, it's okay. You know. So I had the pleasure. I had an evening event, and after that I wasn't really feeling it, so I went. Hold on, I'm getting my tea. I wasn't really feeling it, and I saw that there's a really big bookshop. Also has music and notes and stuff like that in the middle of Berlin that is open until midnight. So guess where your girl went? I had a shitty day, and I'm gonna have an even more shittier day tomorrow. So I went and soothed my soul with bookshop midnight shopping. And I want to do a little haul with you. And I have to look at my phone because your girl hasn't eaten since 1 p.m. and it's 11 p.m. and is hungry and just got oh no. Why are they doing that? They said delivery is gonna be 20 minutes and now it's 40 minutes. Oh, that sucks. Damn it. But okay, this is what it is. Now, let's do some book hauling, because that was fun. That was actually it was like a 2-story English bookshop in the bookshop. I'm gonna show you a picture. German publishing is really going in with the sprayed edges. I was like, oh, that's a nice looking book. It's German. Oh, this is a nice looking book. This is German. They even have, that's so cool. They even have book advent calendars where you read, I think, a part of the story or a short story every day as an advent calendar. Isn't that great? I think I have to find a book that has 24 chapters and then decorate it myself. Anyway, and this is the haul. Yay. And it's so cool. They have a lifetime. This bag, you have to pay for it. However, you can bring it back. And then you get the deposit basically back. And they said it can be broken or dirty or whatever, but you can bring it back. I found that so cool. That option. Now, I spent entirely too much money, but this is the stack. And there is a blind date with a book. I love blind date with a book. And this one says political dark fantasy that will get you out of your reading slump for fans of T. Kingfisher. What? Of course. So I had to buy that one. So one of my hobbies that I really want to get into more is just books. I love reading and I love reviewing them and let's talk quickly food. So I'm trying to be really listening to my needs when it comes to food. So I just said I'm like really hungry, but I didn't want to have anything too heavy. So I got soup delivered because it's basically the only thing that I can eat. And I got, of course, a few small things because it's basically the only thing I felt like eating after a long day. And it was cold and oh, it comes with veggies. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, so for me, soup the go-to in general. If I have a long day and it's already 11 p.m. and you don't want to eat too much and be like super stuffed and bogged down with like a lot of, just with heaviness. I believe everyone this is good. I believe everyone is reacts differently to certain foods. And if you can, for example, cannot do vegetables at night, that's also unique to you, huh? This weekend I tried to really listen to my needs. So I baked cinnamon rolls because I've never baked cinnamon rolls from scratch, and they were really good. Let me show them somewhere. I also made chocolate chip cookies because I felt like it. I'm going to show them. And we had a date night dinner from the Bookish cookbook, which also came out really nicely. We really enjoyed it. And so far, I can only say about Bookish is like, while the cookbook itself is really like you have to have some basics down. It won't explain in detail what you need to do step by step, minute part of it. However, very little ingredients and so good. This thing with the with the unpeeled garlic in that dish on the weekend, my damn, that was delicious. On business trips, it's really hard to eat on a normal schedule, and then sometimes you don't even have a say in what you're eating. So I really noped out on the provided dinner and because I wanted soup. And then sometimes how it is, huh? So cheers to that. Yes. Have a good night. I see you tomorrow. It's the next day. And this concludes also the week. I just wanted to really quickly touch upon diary. I said I'm gonna do also some mental health work and what that means is I'm trying to reflect in my diary on different things, on what. I don't know if you heard about that phrase, but if you have seen a spark in your day, I'm trying to put that down and really reflect on why it sparked for me. Then I'm trying to look at what was a drain on my day and why. So far, it's only work. There are different checks I'll do, and I only always choose one of them that I feel most accurate represents the day, and then I reflect upon it. I also have, let me just fill this out. I also have this, which is like a very primitive tracker on mobility, strength, walk, and sleep, because I really want to keep an eye out on how much I'm actually doing or not doing. And actually, it doesn't look perfect, but we are not perfect here, so it's fine. I really want to do mobility more often because I see it does me good, and it really is just, I think, at this point in time, more of a habit that needs to be learned instead of like, or any discipline or motivation, because I believe that I feel like intrinsically I want to do those stretches in the morning, and I just have to follow the spark that I have then. So, yeah, I think in terms of sleep, I need to do a little bit more or be a little bit more stringent. Also, maybe extend the bedtime to the weekend, because my body feels like it goes into jet every weekend basically. So sleep is okay. Mobility, I really want to do more, not because of performance or whatever, but because it's really nice. Strength and walking is going very well, so I'm very happy with that. We talked about food real quick. We are going to introduce in the next week more fermented foods to have a little bit of gut health, because we've been a little bit 40, so maybe that's TMI. Who knows? And next week, I want to do the clean out of the closet. I am dreading that one. Like, but see you next week. Maybe you see me dread. Have a good one. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. And I hope you find some spark.